you can't be giving up your 2 first-round draft picks when you're not, in my opinion, when you're not top 4 position. You know, certainly he would have weighted up, heading back to Fremantle. He's done a Brownlow, 2 best and fairest up there. He's been a significant player for them, but he's 3 years into a 5-year deal, so he'll be well aware of that. He'll want the club to get compensated, but he'll want that move to happen. But at the end of the day, he's still got an obligation to facilitate a move that's comfortable for both parties. But what do? He walks into the GM and says, I want to go for family reasons. Well, you can't do too much. But what you want in return is significant. Is he worth 2 first-rounders? That'll all play out. You can't be giving up your 2 first-round draft picks when you're not, in my opinion, when you're not top 4 position, because you still got to work your way up there, and your only way to get there is through your first-round draft picks. That's really your main credential as a list is their first-round draft pick, because they're worth a lot.
You're involved in a big move from Carlton to St Kilda in 2000. I just wanted to sort of for you to explain what it was like with the speculation, dealing with your teammates when the speculation was happening. Did things change? What was the pressure like? And just the whole process.
I was overseas at the time, so I didn't have all that long a time to make the decision around discussing teammates and past players. I mean, I had Kernahan's jumper, had McClure's, had Kernahan, so it was significant to me. I grew up following and barracking for Carlton, so that to go to a team and culture like that, to then go to a team and culture like St Kilda was a bit challenging and a bit different early days. But you know, it's like a lot of teams, it's your cycle, and the club had some draft picks, traded in some players, worked heavily on the culture. Grant Thomas was exceptional at that. After Blighty had really basically a year there. So once the dust settled on that, got a clear indication of where do we want to go, how do we want to get there, and let's get to work on it. So it happens a lot more now. You know, Judd, West Coast Carlton, you know, like players move a lot now where they probably didn't used to in 2000, particularly from Carlton to St Kilda. So I guess, you know, it's challenging. You're still in a really good environment and an elite environment and playing footy at a high level, but it takes time to adapt. And what's the expectations of that group to that group, and you've got to try and find your way in. And we've had, you know, St Kilda had Brad Hill and Hanbury and Crouch and others come in, and it takes time. You know, if you can groom your own through low draft picks, it clearly helps, which is a strong commodity to have.